We want to go back once more to the election of Barack Obama and how it's playing out around the world. For one thing, the president of Kenya, where Obama traces some of his roots, declared today a national holiday in honor of his election. For more reaction on how this story is being covered by the world's media, we turn to Susan Caskie, international editor of The Week, a magazine that collects some of the best of what appears in the U.S. and international media. Thanks for being with us.
Great to be here.
We know that there were a lot of magazines and a lot of publications that have been very enthusiastic about Obama's election around the world, but not every place was that the case.
That's true. Most of them were overwhelmingly positive. In Europe, most of the editorials, commentaries were saying change has come to America. America has resurrected itself. But in the conflict zones in Iraq and in Afghanistan, the newspapers there were a little bit more skeptical. There were several editorials saying they didn't think that a change in U.S. leadership would mean a change in policy necessarily. In Afghanistan in particular, there were several editorials talking about Obama's contention that he would take troops out of Iraq and move them to Afghanistan. One commentary said, more U.S. troops, that's the last thing we need.
And you point out that there were some who used the opportunity to criticize the current president, George W. Bush.
Yes, one editorial in particular in La Repubblica out of Italy said that, Americans finally decided that they no longer want to have a drinking buddy that makes them feel less stupid as their president. They want someone that they can look up to.
Mm-hmm. And finally, when you look for the really sort of quirky stuff out there, was there anything that caught your eye?
There was one editorial in a Colombian newspaper that said, the beauty of Sarah Palin was not enough. Sarah Palin got quite a bit of attention when her candidacy was announced, and there was some analysis saying, would she help or would she not? And apparently they've decided she would not.
Mm-hmm. Although perhaps they'll be able to use a different headline 4 years from now if she decides to once more enter the arena. Susan Caskie, thank you very much for your insights from The Week.
Thank you.